Hey guys, welcome back. Today is day 4 of my free 5-day training, The Journey to $1,000 on Fiverr. My name is Afreen and I hope that you are enjoying the training series so far. If you are, give this video a like, comment down below, and let's get started. Okay, so today we'll be talking about gigs. What are gigs? How to identify the best selling gigs, and what are the things that you should keep in mind in order to have the winning gigs. Okay, so let's talk about basics. What exactly are gigs? So gigs are basically the services that you can sell on Fiverr. So on Fiverr, we have 9 broad categories, and among those 9 categories, we have 150 plus subcategories of the services that you can sell. And even among those 150 subcategories, we have further subcategories that I'm going to show you exactly just in a second. But before that, I'm going to share with you 4 examples that you can see on the screen. So the first example is I will create an effective Instagram hashtag growth strategy. The second one is I will portray your best professional self in your revamped resume. Yes, resume writing is very, very popular on Fiverr. The third one is I will design professional book or ebook cover. And the fourth one is I will create a custom attractive 2D animation. All of these gigs are completely different from each other. The first one is under digital marketing. The second one is under writing and translation. The third one is under graphic designing. And the fourth one is under video and animation. So I'm just sharing all of these examples so that everybody can understand what are gigs. Okay, so how you can identify what you should sell on Fiverr? I have received a couple of questions and the people are not really sure if Fiverr is basically for them. So this training will actually help you out and you can figure out what exactly you can sell on Fiverr. And I have broken it down into 3 different steps in order to make it very simple for you so that you can follow along. So let's begin. The first step is to identify. So the first and foremost thing is to identify the skills that you are already good at. If you like writing, pick writing. Do not get attracted to design or video and animation. Similarly, if you are a graphic designer, pick that and stick with that. Do not learn digital marketing and video and animation or programming. Absolutely not. Just stick with what you have and maybe you can move forward with that. Even Fiverr Marketplace has the gigs related to the following skills. Graphic designing, digital marketing, writing and translation, video and animation, music and audio, programming and tech, business, lifestyle. So these are the broad categories. And under these broad categories, we have subcategories that I'm going to show you in just a second. So in the first step, you need to select at least one category. So for example, if you are a graphic designer, pick graphic designing as your niche. If you are a writer, pick writing and translation as your niche. If you are a designer and an animator, you can pick 2 niches as well. So graphic designing and video and animation. So the first step is to identify your niche. And you do not need to have an expert status in order to sell on Fiverr or in order to sell anything online. Absolutely not. You can start right now and you can actually grow and improve from that status. So the second thing that I want you to do is break down the niche that you just identified. So for example, if you identify graphic designing, there are a couple of things that designers can do. For example, logo designing and banner ads and cover photos and social media design and so on and so forth. So if you are a designer, write a list of all the things that you can do and you can perform. For example, if you are a digital marketing expert, you can write down a list such as SEO, social media management, Facebook ads, hashtag strategy, Instagram ads, and so on and so forth. It's up to you what you know. You can use this list as it is, or you can create one of your own as well. This is just a template for you guys to follow. The third one is writing and translation. So if you think that you are a good writer, or if you can learn writing in just a quick bit of time, you can improve on skills such as resume writing, blog posts, translations, emails, or maybe any other thing that comes to your mind that I haven't written here. But it's really, really important to break down those skills because a niche is very broad, but the breakdown of that expertise will actually help you create the gigs later on your profile. Okay, so there is a huge misconception that you need to have one more skill. So people try to learn every single thing. So, for example, one is a graphic designer. He wants to learn video and animation and all of these other things because he thinks that he won't be able to succeed on Fiverr. Absolutely not. I am a graphic designer myself, and even though I still don't consider myself as an expert yet, but still I have managed to help a few people on Fiverr who are really happy with my work and they are willing to pay me for more of the services. So you do not need to be the number one in your field. You do not need to be the best of the best person. Absolutely not. You can start with what you have because I know that you will be able to help someone who doesn't know that skill. So, yeah, so you need to just focus on one skill and start with what you already have. And the quality and the best part about this niche or the skill is that you have to break it down further. So, for example, I am a graphic designer and I have skills related to banner ads and social media posts and invitations and flyers and so on and so forth. Similarly, if you are a graphic designer, your gigs can be completely different from mine. You can create logos and you are expert at Facebook covers and you are expert at Facebook ads, which I may be not. So for example, if two people are expert in writing, when they break that skill down, the list will be completely different. So do not think that you cannot stand out on the crowd because your list will be completely different from the list that other sellers are selling online. Because when you divide it further or when you break it further, you reduce the competition. And I'm going to show you that as well. So just stay with me. Okay, so the third step is to audit the Fiverr marketplace, and I'm going to show you right now how to do that. And I'm going to also show you what are some popular gigs that you can try and how to compare 1 to 2 gigs in order to know which one is going to be popular than the others. So let me show you that right now. Okay, so we are here on the Fiverr homepage. I have not logged in, so I am just visiting the page as a third viewer. So as you can see, these are all the broad categories that I just mentioned. These are 9 different categories. And when I hover over just one category, I can see all of these subcategories that I'm talking about. So in total, these or 150 plus subcategories that you can sell on Fiverr. So it's a huge list, and they keep on adding new categories as well. So all of these, the tattoo design, album cover design, podcast cover, trade booth design, and there are different categories being added to the list every single time on Fiverr. So there are new categories and all of these main niches. So it's important that you start on the platform right now because they keep on adding new categories every single time. Okay, so it's really important to know that these categories are not alphabetical. Graphics and design, digital marketing, writing and translation, video, and so on and so forth, these are not listed alphabetically, which means that they are listed on the basis of popularity. What I mean by that is that graphics and design is the most popular niche on Fiverr, followed by digital marketing, followed by writing and translation, then video and animation, music and audio, programming and tech, business, lifestyle, and industries. So this is the level of popularity. So this is the most popular niche on Fiverr, and this is the least popular niche on Fiverr. But that does not mean that you cannot sell in either of these niches. Absolutely not. I have tried to create one niche under programming and tech, and it was also performing really well, and I was getting orders from that niche as well. So that does not mean that you cannot use these categories as your go-to categories. So yeah, it's just a matter of what you are an expert at. And also remember that since these are most popular, the competition is high as well, but that does not mean that you cannot stand out. And I'm going to show you how you can stand out by creating the perfect gig. So yeah, these are ranked on the basis of category. And when I hover over, these are all the subcategories that you can see. And even these are listed on the basis of popularity. For example, logo design is super competitive, but super popular as well, which means that most of the buyers on the platform are buying logo design services for $5, for $10, maybe for more as well. But yeah, this is the most popular category. And t-shirts might be the least popular among the graphics and design category. So yeah, these are all the separate categories. So for example, if you have, let's say you have to pick 5 gigs and you just have the last slot available for the gigs, because there is a maximum number of gigs that you can create. So for example, your maximum number is 5 gigs and you are done with 4 gigs, you are happy with that, and let's say you have to create the 5th gig and you are confused between two options. So for example, you are confused between Photoshop editing and you are confused between landscape design. And if you know both, let's suppose you have both of these skills. So what you will do is you'll actually check this list in order to make your decision easier. So for example, video editing is before landscape design. This means that this gig is popular and more relevant than landscape design. So pick that. So this is just a quick hack that you can implement in order to create the best selling gig and in order to create the popular gig. Also, there are other ways that you can check the popularity of gigs. So for example, let's move on to writing and translations, and I'm just gonna select article and blog posts. Okay, so these are all the different services that you can find on article and blog post. And let's select 5 gigs from here. I'm just randomly opening 5 gigs and I'm just gonna see how many orders do they have in queue. So this guy has 14 orders in queue. This person has 2 orders in queue. This person has 4 orders in queue. You can check it right here. This is, yeah. So this person has 8 orders in queue and this person has 25 orders in queue, and the package starts from $5 and it goes up to $50. So you can sometimes calculate the revenue of that person as well, but it's not actually, because the orders include custom orders as well, and sometimes upsell, sometimes downsell. But yeah, that's like for later. But yeah, this guy has 25 orders in queue, and all of these gigs that I just opened have at least 2 to 3 orders in queue, which means that this gig is or this category is super popular. And if you know that you can outperform all of these sellers, create a gig for that matter. Similarly, for digital marketing, let's say I am picking email marketing. Again, you will do the same. So for example, I'm just gonna pick first 3 gigs. So this person has 1 order in queue, this person has 11 orders in queue, and this person has again 1 order in queue. So you can see the email marketing one is a little, it's not that popular, but it's still in demand. So for example, if you think that you can write killer emails, you can create a gig out of it as well, and you can see the services available. So there are only 267 services available. So you can, so it's easier to rank on the first page of this category as opposed to this category, because it has 1393 services, more than 1,000 services on Fiverr. So it's difficult to rank on a first page for this category, but easier to rank for this category. So it's all cost benefit analysis that you have to do and you have to perform in order to rank your gigs as well. So yeah, this is how you calculate and you figure out what are the popular gigs on Fiverr. But remember that you do not have to pick those gigs that are super popular or that are super, they are already on queue and there are 60 plus orders on queue. Do not do that, because you will fail miserably. So I hope you understand how you can identify the popular selling gigs right now. Just a quick disclaimer, do not make gigs just out of popularity or just because they have so many orders in queue. Please do not do that. You should create a gig of those things that you like doing. And if you are confused about certain things, these are the different methods that I just showed you. From those methods, you can identify and you can pick and choose which of the gigs will be popular on the platform. So that's the third step. The first and second step is to identify what you like to do. The third step is to check the platform in order to rank on the basis of popularity and SEO. Okay, so since now you know what you will be selling on the platform, there are some important guidelines that you need to know in order to rank on the first page of Fiverr. So the first thing is that you have to select the correct gig category to reduce competition. For example, if you are creating the social media post gig. If you are a designer and if you are creating social media post gig, you need to select the relevant category and the relevant subcategory. So the category will be graphic design and the subcategory will be social media design. That is how the platform will know that this gig is related to XYZ category. Similarly, if you are working on a resume, similarly, if you have Similarly, if you have a resume writing gig, make sure that you are pairing it with writing and translation with the subcategory of resume writing or HR writing. So make sure that you are pairing each and every gig with the relevant category and the relevant subcategory. Moreover, adding keywords and tags to optimize it for the first page ranking is really, really important to do your homework in that regard, because your gig will be lost if you won't do your homework and if you won't add proper keywords and tags to optimize it fully. Apart from that, creating an attractive thumbnail for your gigs is huge. So consider Fiverr as YouTube. So there are multiple videos on YouTube, but you select a particular video on YouTube because look at the thumbnail first and then you look at the title. Similarly, on Fiverr, there are thumbnails and you can select the thumbnails and the buyer is attracted to that thumbnail that looks good, that feels good, and that is professional, that is neat, and that is actually communicating what the gig is all about. So it's really important to create the thumbnails in that manner. The fourth thing that you need to know in order to create a great gig is adding really competitive price packages. So you have to compare what the other sellers are selling on Fiverr, and you have to fit in and make your place on the platform as well, because you cannot charge like $100 or $200. I mean, you can charge, but again, it depends on the gig that you are selling. Do not just go out of the box and price your services so high without having any review, without having any testimonial, and with poor SEO and poor thumbnail. Please do not do that. So all of these things combine in order to create the best selling gig. Moreover, focus on 5-star reviews and ratings. 5-star reviews and ratings are so important, because even if your thumbnail sucks, even if your keywords and tags sucks, but if the person is giving you a 5-star rating and review, that person is your customer for life. That person will actually come back to you for more and more work. He will ask you, can you do this? Can you do that? Do you know this? He will actually ask you for more and more work. So always remember, whatever order you get, try to deliver 100% to 100% in order to have that customer for life. And he will not only come back to you for more work, he will refer 10 other people as well on Fiverr. And also remember that if the customer is happy with your work, he will not waste his time in experimenting with another seller, because now he knows you, now he knows what kind of work you do, and now he knows that he will be satisfied with your work. He won't experiment or he won't test out other sellers as well. So you should not be afraid of that, oh my god, these other sellers are doing the best. Please do not do that. Focus on what you already have and grow from there. All right, so that was it for today. I know that this might be a little overwhelming for you guys, but don't worry, because tomorrow I will be sharing with you how I can help you step by step in your journey and how you can dominate Fiverr in just 6 weeks with my help. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and I am so excited for tomorrow because tomorrow will be the last day of my training. And leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Give me a feedback, and I would love to read your comments. So thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified for tomorrow's video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.